Alright, hello YouTube world. So I did a video on the Greenbrier graveyard that's right there to the left up that driveway. But what I didn't film, because it was closer to the owner's house, are a few pretty special Greenbriers that are in much better shape than those and are very ready to restore. At least get back on the road. No editing in this. I'm just gonna be awkward. Anyway, what a beautiful day it is. It's April 15th. It's almost 80 degrees. It's not. It's got to be 70, but it's supposed to be 80 this weekend. Anyway, before I get over there, there's another one hiding. I can't zoom when I'm in anti-shake mode on this camera, but there's a really cool panel Greenbrier over there. And there's three more here. One of them, the owner, he doesn't want to let go because he wants to get it going, and I totally agree with him. The other two are going to be mine, and I'll be filming the process of pulling them out of the woods and cleaning them up and getting them running this summer. We're just getting started. It's April and it's already just gorgeous, and there's no rain in sight. So here's the owner's that he wants to keep. It's got the cool hood scoops on them. I've only seen one other Greenbrier in pictures that had those cowl vents in them like that. And he's got it kind of done up on the interior, which I really love what he did with this one. It's got Porsche bucket seats in it and really cool green shag carpet that used to go all the way back, but it's getting pretty roached. And there's an original bench seat that's in really good shape back there. But it's a really cool custom Greenbrier. Custom door panels. Nice armrest. I love the way they look with bucket seats and the shag carpet in between. I think that's killer. Little oh shit handle there. I don't know what these are. These are cool. Check that out. That's pretty cool. And then switches. For what? Who knows? I'm sure he could tell me. I'm not saying his name or anything online because I don't know how he feels about it yet until we do a couple videos together, and I'm sure we will as things progress. I'm in the middle of painting a couple cars for customers right now, so I'm not able to work on my own stuff. But the first chance I get, I'm going to be pulling these out. I got so much going on with Corvairs, with that ramp side and these two. Well, not this one, but the ones I haven't showed you yet. I could be busy for a long time just doing my own thing. Just trying to figure out how to make money in the meantime. It's got really cool hubcaps. And since this was a farm, there's usually some bus seats that indicative of the property. The Greenbriers here will have bus seats in them for people going out into the field. This isn't far off from anything, from really just getting cleaned up. And I think we'll see if there's a motor in it. I don't know if the back doors will open. They might be seized up. But all the door panels are here. The rust, that's pretty bad. That's gnarly. That's not bad, but that's not good. A little bit of rust here. They even got the seat belts bolted in. fiberglass thing. Yeah, I've seen that in a picture before, so I know it's not a one-off. Maybe it came as a kit back in the day. People were still messing with these things. It's got some cool headlights, taillights. Okay, let's see if it opens. Oh, oh, look at that. Nasty critters. Gosh, I bet there's some nasty spiders that I don't want to deal with. There we go. Well, we're in luck. We can see if there's a motor in here. The battery is still hooked up. There's an extra belt, jumper cables. This thing is ready to go. Oh, and it's got the motor. That's what I mean. These are much better shape to get going. They've just sat for so long. But there's no critter like evidence. There's a little bit. Little mouse poop right there. But no big nests in here. Let's see. The only thing is, gosh, I wish there was a way for me to hold this up. There it is. Hold on one second. Okay. Oh gosh, fell on me. I'm stuck. There we go. The only thing is that connection between these two air filters is gone, so there could have been a mouse that got in here and made a nest, and that would have really messed up the carburetor. Yeah. I'm gonna have to put the phone down for this one. Luckily I brought a little tripod. Let's see here. A little editing magic. Try to get that thing out of the way. There we go. Got a little multi-tripod. Yeah. Oh my goodness. That's old and does not want to come off. Okay, I need to tap it with something. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Alright, well my camera cut out. Got a spam call. Dang it. Anyway, what was I saying? So, yeah. No sticks. That's great. Carburetor's not frozen up. Beautiful. This thing really wants to come back to life. While I was getting this out, and pardon my camera angle. Anyway. While I was getting this out, I noticed this little touch here. And I'm definitely going to have to do this for my van. A little church plexi, like rough glass thing. That is just really cool. What an awesome touch. Looks like it's broken on this side, but you can see the bulb. Really cool. I love that. It's a beautiful touch. This thing is so ready to just come back to life. Give it a good wash. Whatever you got to do to the motor, obviously the brake lines and stuff, but it is not far. You could definitely find a worse Greenbrier to restore. Anyway, I'll show you this one first. This one is a special one, in my opinion. It's the original paint. It's not a deluxe. That's okay. It was hit by a tree branch some point in time, but you know, that's not the end of the world. It's got all the glass. It's got an ecosystem living on it. Well, you should see this one. That's an ecosystem on it, huh? But this is some of the best example of a original patina that I've seen in person anyway. I've seen some good stuff online, but can you beat the seafoam green with the primer red rust patina? I don't think so. Anyway, this one is said to smoke a lot when it fires up. This one here, the panel van, has a really tall rear end gearing in it, I was told. I want to say 208, but that just sounds like too tall of a number. It's 2 something though. So it's like a freeway flyer, and it's supposed to run. The only thing it needs is a gas tank and some brakes. Obviously with whatever you got to do to bring it back to life after sitting for so long, but whatever. This one though, this one is just a gorgeous example, besides all that critter stuff. Oy. So more evidence of the farm. Little towel and hand washing station. Some cool farm work scratches there. Just character. This motor is in a little bit worse shape as far as like having critters go in it, you know. And I've checked these out before I started filming, and surprisingly there's not any, well, obviously because it has the connection between the 2 air filters, nothing's gotten into air filters and really gunked up the carburetors, and the carbs aren't frozen. But like you said, the motor smokes a lot, so it probably just needs a rebuild or new rings or whatever you gotta do. And it's crusty. It's crusty, but it's not rusty. That can't be an original bolt, can it? That looks too nice. Can it? Did they do that? Let's see. It could be, huh? Anyway. Hopefully that's not some poison hemlock tree. Anyway, what a gorgeous patina. The taillights are there. Everything's there. It just needs to be cleaned up. Last registered in 02. It's got a funny tag too. It's got some farm patches on it, a riveted panel. But again, I'm calling it character. I wouldn't dare do any dent repair on this thing rather than that corner up front. But you know, that's got to stay, because what are you going to do? You pull that dent out, you got to take it down to paint to get a stud welder on it. Maybe hammer it from the back, but then you're doing some respray. This thing just stays just like it is, cleaned up, clear coated, if that. Let's check out the interior. So, this one's sporting fresh upholstery. Pretty dang cool. And there's a little freaky to sit in here, so it'll run dirty. It's got some scary looking boxes from Japan, maybe. It's got the badass 2-way radio with some kind of dialing system back when it was a farm rig. It's got a beacon and a horn. Some cool stuff in the glove box. 61. Okay, so it's a 61. Somebody likes their Disney characters. Cool little. Kind of afraid to see what's underneath that. Ugh. But all in all, looks pretty good. It's got the key in it still. Very nice. Doesn't look too rusty. looks like the floorboard's still there, obviously. I mean, we're in Oregon. There's not a lot of rust, especially out here in the woods. It's definitely damp, but not salty. So, let's check out the other side. It's got all of its headlights, it's got all of its tail lights, it's got the grill, it's got the windshield wipers, it's got all of its glass. Oh boy. Looks like we got a stuck door. Ow. I think I'm just going to leave it there. 2 freshly upholstered bench seats from whenever they were redone. And the quintessential bus seats, reverse facing, of course, which is pretty cool. This wasn't factory, right? These are bus seats. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, it's clean in here. Very, well, let's see. You know, that's a shame. That floor does look a little worse for wear, and I do see daylight coming through. But it's not the worst. It's not that bad. So the floor needs attention. But what a gorgeous example of an original paint 61 Greenbrier. Beautiful patina. And then there's this guy. The runner and driver with the super tall rear end for flying down a freeway. Yes, it needs a windshield. I happen to know where we can get one. This one, last registered in 91. So this says Corvair 95 on it, and that one says Greenbrier on it. I guess I'm a little embarrassed to say I don't know why the difference is there. This one's cool. This one is another one that has a lot of character. Obviously, with the roof rack being a panel van. This one was done up by somebody who put a lot of love into it. It's got the furry ice scraper to match the bench seat. This is just a cover. You know what? Let's see. What's underneath this cover? I'll be darned. It's not ripped. This is just dirty. But it's got some cool custom door panels on it. And I was told a cat likes to come in here and sleep through that broken window. So it's probably kept a lot of mice out, which is really nice. I guess I'll sit on it. This guy's just gross to sit on. It's got some cool, weird switches, which I doubt any of that electronics still works. The no key switch. Would you look at that? Apparently you don't need a key. Oh man, what if it's some kind of code? You got to know what order to put these in. Oh no. You know, pretty cool for a custom dash. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. And you know what? I don't think this leaks either, because this would have definitely had evidence of water damage, and it's not. Look at this. It comes with the sunroof. Custom complete headliner, which I'm not a fan of. It looks like a office building, but it's there and it's complete. Let me just zoom out on this here. Can I do that? It's not letting me zoom out. Anyway, it's got the coat rack. I think this is actual wood, which is pretty cool. Even some blue shag. Somebody really cared about this van and put a lot of work into it. Oh yeah, okay, so this would fold out. It looks like it's got one of the table, you know, to put a table on. This is probably the table here. Oh yeah, table matches the headliner. And then this would fold out into a bed. And that would fold out that way. It's got a Jensen speaker in it there. This is really cool. This is a really cool van. And I really like that super highway flying rear end on it that it's got. It'll be exciting to see what this does. This is, you know, I mean, they're a lot of work. But if you just focus on one at a time, or three at a time, like I'm doing. Anyway. Thanks for sticking around if you're still watching. This is quite a long video. Cool little taillight things. This is a cool camera angle. I gotta snap a photo of that. Nice. Anyway, let's take a look. Take a look at the goods. Oh yeah, there's a tube for the tabletop thing, or maybe the support for the bed. So there's some rust. And there we have it. A much cleaner motor. Which is surprising because that's the outside world right there. You'd think that all kinds of critters would want to come in here and make a little nest, but they haven't, which is really cool. The other vehicles, if you've seen my other videos, they just get so trashed. That's cool, that light. I like that. It's got a switch on it. That's cool. So, yeah. Let's check the oil. Let's see. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, that's not good. It's out of oil. That's not a good sign. Not the worst sign in the world, but you know. It's been sitting since '91. What do you expect? I've pulled cars out of the woods here that have been sitting as long and had no oil in it. Put oil in it and they started up and ran great. Well, check that out. I'm gonna try to get some stills here. This will be the thumbnail probably. Well, thanks for hanging out with me. I wanted to take a break from work and look at these Corvairs. It keeps me inspired when I'm feeling overwhelmed with work. I think about these and I think, you know, this is what I'm doing it for. For that thing. And that thing. And my ramp side. They're just so cool. They're so beautiful. That is going to be a gorgeous van. Just imagine that driving down the road, pulling up somewhere when it's clean.